Well, it's pretty official now, folks. There's no more rumors to go around. There's no more leaks that really, I guess, need to be done, it seems, because Modern Warfare 2 Remastered has finally released. And of course, it confirms some of our worst suspicions about the entire game, about the entire project, including the fact that, well, multiplayer is not included, or, well, it seems not to be. I have a lot to say today, so go ahead and just sit back and relax, because there's also some unexpected stuff that I think should also be kind of brought up with this whole thing. So, Modern Warfare 2 Remaster, or the Campaign Remaster, I should say, is $20, which actually kind of surprised me considering the things that were leaked beforehand that were showing like a $100 bundle for that and some other cosmetics in Modern Warfare. $20 for the Campaign Remaster, which honestly I think is a lot better than what we were going to get price-wise, and I think the weirdest part about all this is the fact that it is now PlayStation 4 exclusive for the next month. So I thought that the multiplayer not being involved was going to be the big catch of this entire thing, but no, it's pretty much the fact that, well, only PlayStation players can play it as of right now. Honestly, it's probably one of the dumbest moves, but I also know that they have that contract with Sony, and I just kind of figure that they'll go to pretty much any lengths at this point to have something exclusive. I mean, they did the same thing with survival mode in Modern Warfare, so it doesn't really shock me all the way to my core that this is actually something happening, but I definitely don't think it's the best business decision, because now it seems like a lot of people are really pissed off by the fact that this is what's going down. So the good news is Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is not censored in any way, at least here in the United States. In a lot of countries like it was back in the day, there are some censors around the No Russian campaign mission, but of course that's been brought to light and it's been basically put into full HD with the rest of the remaster, so no need to worry. It isn't like they cut content from the game or anything, so that's good news at least. I guess the rest of the people who aren't on PlayStation just have to wait until the end of April. Now, another thing that I want to point out about this entire thing is the fact that this file is 47.8 gigabytes, okay, for just the Campaign Remaster, or what they claim is the Campaign Remaster. For some reason, I just simply don't believe that. There's something going on here that they're not telling us. They have to have the multiplayer files included in this. There's no way that just the campaign is going to be taking up this amount of space, because first and foremost, it's not like the campaign is 90 hours long or anything crazy. It's like, what, 6 hours long maybe? And also, the remaster is running on the same engine basically that Modern Warfare Remastered did. They did not put Modern Warfare 2 on the newest engine that the actual new Modern Warfare is actually in, so I simply just don't see a way in which the campaign is almost 50 gigabytes. I mean, they had to have left the multiplayer files in there, which I guess would possibly be good news, because that at least means that there's like a chance, right? Because, I mean, if they didn't include any of the multiplayer files, any of the Spec Ops files, like, the odds that we would ever get them in some sort of, like, system software update or just update for the game or anything is, like, pretty much nothing, right? Like, they would never have to do that. But if this is the case, then I speculate, and a lot of other people speculate, that we at least already have the multiplayer files on our console, and basically, whenever Activision decides, they could just start the multiplayer up and release it, and everyone could just get on and play. Now, Activision formally did respond, actually, and they said that the, of course, reason that they didn't want to include multiplayer in Modern Warfare 2 is they didn't want to split up their player bases anymore, because obviously, if you think about it, well, they have Modern Warfare's multiplayer, which who knows how many people are still playing that. I would assume that the numbers are going down. You have Warzone, which is one of the most popular games in the world right now. And then, of course, you have COD 2020 coming up. Now, what they really could have done here is just given all the studios an extra year to work around this whole thing and just dropped Modern Warfare 2 Remastered's multiplayer later in the year and made that COD 2020. I think most people would have been happy with that, but of course, I don't know. They apparently don't think that that's a good idea. But something about this whole thing doesn't really make sense. The fact that these files are this big really doesn't make sense. As a matter of fact, Activision at this point, like, if you're really not bringing multiplayer to the game and everything, which honestly I still hold a little bit of hope that they will, you need to do some file optimization, and if you've made this decision beforehand, you probably should have done it beforehand anyway, because, I mean, there's no way this campaign is this big. I mean, even if it's like 5 to 10 gigabytes smaller, I mean, that's still storage on my hard drive that I'd like to keep. And of course, there's been a lot of negativity surrounding the release of Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered. from pretty much two different camps at this point. The anti-exclusivity people and, well, the bring us multiplayer people, which obviously I'm part of that camp. People are definitely upset with how this has been handled, and it just honestly leads me to wonder how competent Activision actually is, because I get they don't want to split up their player base, and the multiplayer literally doesn't have to come out right now for it to actually be impactful and be fun, but at some point that multiplayer needs to come out to make this a successful remaster. I mean, it's literally going to sell millions of copies if you do that simply because there's multiplayer. It's a free money printer, and it's a way to keep Call of Duty relevant the entire year round if you just drop it in like June or July when the player base of the current Modern Warfare is dwindled down to where it's basically something that you could do. I mean, it's always a possibility. I kind of hope that that's what's happening here, but Activision has formally announced that they have no plans of doing it, so it looks like at this point we pretty much have lost out on the perfect Call of Duty remaster, which honestly really sucks. I mean, the campaign looks a lot better and the updated graphics and everything. It's still kind of fun to play right back through it and everything. It's not like it's just a complete bore, but I can't imagine how awesome summer 2020 would have been with the full Modern Warfare 2 remaster, but I guess we'll just have to always, think about how good it could have been. So thank you guys for watching though. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on my channel. Follow me over on Twitter at SubToptimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. Surefire way to get notifications of all my newest content. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, just wondering what's going to happen with this remaster and what's really going on with it, and signing out.